Friday night. Time for some wonderful poetry now, though. It's from the incredible poet Amy Williams from South Gloucestershire, who is just incredible. This is a poem taken from her series, which is called Poems from a Lighthouse, which she's been writing and sharing throughout the pandemic. And this particular poem was written in response to the death of George Floyd and also around the Black Lives Matter campaigns and protests that have been going on around the world, around here in the UK, and of course, right in the centre of Bristol. The aim of this was to encourage unity across the world, says Amy. This is Amy Williams with her poem, A Whole World Revival.
This is the story of something we've seen, a dangerous force that's invaded our streets. Something so deadly, no mercy it shows. It leaves such destruction wherever it goes. Just like a predator hunts out its prey, attacking each obstacle put in its way. Like the sting of a bee or the bite of a snake, it happens so quickly, and then it's too late. Now life as we knew it has changed overnight. The world's grabbed its armour and set out to fight. You may think I'm speaking of COVID-19, a virus that's brought the whole world to its knees. But no, I am using my words to convey how humanity's breaking, it pains me to say. Confusion, delusion means foregone conclusions, forces combined to make nuclear fusions. This story I tell has been told over time. It is frightening, enlightening, yet no pantomime. There's no romance, no humour, no perfect life lesson. It's tense with suspense and leaves all the world guessing. This story's no fiction, it's honest and true. It's the realisation we're all living through. These next words I've written jump up off the page. They pull at my heartstrings and fill me with rage. Stigmatisation and discrimination, I cry out to God for the whole of creation. Harassment and prejudice, victimisation, of course it's a story of deep-rooted racism. Affliction, constriction and blatant damnation, I fall to my knees as I pray for our nations. So Corona descended and started a war, but it seems there's a battle we need to fight more. I'd invite every person, in fact I implore you, examine your hearts and your thoughts, are they pure? See, the world is in crisis, in conflict and pain. Will we really allow this injustice to reign? Let's choose our words wisely, be kind, show respect. Let's look to the future and all reconnect. Embrace all our difference. We must recognise it's not that which is causing the human divide. We have the ability to reach perfect unity, fight against racism, build herd immunity. Let's all change our future and learn from the past. We can't let this hatred and prejudice last. So let this time now be our realisation. Let's spread peace and joy to civilization. For the sake of mankind and for all our survival, let's make 2020 a whole world revival.
Amy Williams from South Gloucestershire there with her poem, A Whole World Revival, taken from her series Poems from a Lighthouse, which she's been writing and sharing right the way through the coronavirus pandemic. That, of course, as you heard from the themes in that poem, was written in response to the death of George Floyd and also the Black Lives Matter campaigns and protests that have been taking place right the way around the world. And the aim of that poem is to encourage unity across the world, says Amy. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much for sending that in, Amy. I know Amy sent in a handful of other poems on the uploader as well, which we'll try and work through over the next couple of weeks because the stuff that she's writing is incredible.